will.
I'm going to come over here because I feel a bit sad over this. Questions for the champ, guys?
Yes.
Devin, could you rate your performance from 0 to 10 in your opinion?
I would have to go back and really watch the fight. I feel like I put a great performance on. I really was just warming up. I didn't get a chance to really let my hands go like I wanted to. Like I said, I was just warming up. I started to let my hands go, and then the fight was stopped.
Were you planning to heat up in the 5th, 6th, 7th round? Because we saw you just using the jab, controlling the distance. It seemed like Eddie said earlier, you didn't leave first gears.
Yeah, coming in the fight, my dad told me just to go in there, use my jab, stay relaxed, let everything come, and that's what I did. I went in there, I started working the body, I started warming up, I started, catching his rhythm, seeing what he was doing, and then the fight was pretty much stopped.
Right.
Devin, this was tipped to be one of your hardest sort of opponents to date. Did you feel like that in there?
Abdullah, he is a tough opponent. I just went in there, I put on a great performance, and I made him look easy. But if he fought anyone else, he might be a tough fight for him. He was undefeated. He was the number 2 contender. He was the WBC silver champion, and on paper, he was supposed to be my hardest opponent. So I went in there. I trained very hard for this fight. I sacrificed a lot. I had a good training camp, and I went in there and I made the fight look easy. But for anybody else, who knows how if he would give them a test or not. It looked like it was a right hook that I caught him with, but like I said, I really don't know. I started hitting him with some good shots. I hit him with some good uppercuts, some good right hooks, some good jabs. So I really don't know what shot did it, but I hit him with a jab, and his nose just started leaking. So I don't really know what shot it was.
The doctors said they think it was a nose and a cheekbone, both broken.
He doesn't. We spoke about your last knockout when you got a stoppage here. Which one did you like better? 2 different type of knockouts or stoppages? You pick which one you prefer?
On paper, Abdullah was a much tougher opponent. A lot of people were saying that this was going to be a real test. He was going to go in there and make it a dog fight. And he was a very hard puncher. So this performance means more. Of course, the knockout was sensational. It was a viral knockout. But this fight meant a lot more.
Now, Eddie and Devin, obviously the fight now being over, everything seems to check out on the medical side at least, from what it seems. Are we going to see Devin back November the 9th in Los Angeles?
Yeah, that's the plan. We're going to talk to Bill and Devin. Obviously, in the ring after the adrenaline's going, and they both said 100%, let's go for that. The slot's there for him. I think it's the absolute perfect audience for Devin Haney. Millions of young people watching around the world. I think if you're going to bring someone into the sport of boxing, what Lou said, I don't think these people necessarily will stick to boxing. Well, they won't if they don't see something that makes them go wow. Luckily, we've got something that makes you go wow, and that's Devin Haney. So with these millions of young people watching around the world, if they witness Devin Haney, they're going to be a fan, and they're going to stick. So if Bill and Devin say tomorrow, Monday, tonight, November 9th, it's 8 weeks tonight, perfect. Can have a little rest for a few days, and then I think that'll be the perfect platform, sold out Staples Center.
I got a question for Eddie. Eddie, is the press conference tomorrow? Or is it...
Yeah.
You think I can get the first flight out to the press conference out there in LA?
You want to do that?
Can I come with you?
Sure.
Can I come with you too?
I'm ready for November 9th. I went in there, I had to take, hardly any punishment. Of course, I had a hard training camp, so of course I want to take a few days off, but I want to get back in the ring as soon as possible.
Now, I know you haven't been on your phone. You were taking care of that undercard. He said, Eddie, could we make this happen? So.
Well, he's a big fan. He was watching tonight. And there's been a lot of chat from, like I said, from the internet saying, it's an insult a fighter going on the undercard of fight. It's 20,000 people at the Staples Center. It's millions of people watching around the world. That's called a global platform to showcase your talent.
Devin, speaking of a global platform to showcase your talent, is there any style of opponent or specific opponent that you want to showcase what you're made out of on the undercard of Logan Paul?
That's really up to my team. You know, I'm willing to fight whoever, and I've been saying this for a long time. Whoever they put in front of me, I'll beat. I'm able to adjust to anybody. I feel like I'm one of the best fighters in the world, and I'm willing to showcase my skills against whoever they put in front of me.
You've just headlined at the Hulu Theatre. Do you have to sort of bite your pride to be on the undercard of that, or is it not a issue?
Say it again?
Do you have to sort of bite your pride to be on the undercard of KSI?
No, they have a big following, and like you said, I just headline here. I'm going on their card, and I'm happy to be on the card. Like I said, it's good for boxing, and it's going to bring a lot more fans, to Devin Haney and to boxing period.
Devin, congratulations on your ring. It's unbelievable. It shows that it's showing that you're a lot older than only 20. But talk about your dad and what he means to you in your professional career, what he brings to the table in boxing.
My dad means so much. He means everything to my career. My dad was the first person, who brought me to the gym. He taught me how to throw my first jab before I was even boxing. He taught me how to put my hands up, and just protect myself. So my dad means a lot. Without my dad, I wouldn't be here. My dad, he came up, really with the game plan to go in there in the ring tonight, and I just went in there and executed it. Like I said, without my dad, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I'm thankful for him, and I appreciate him. He doesn't get a lot of attention because people they try to say oh this trainer, but really my dad is behind the science behind Devin Haney.
I've got a question for Bill. How much career and waiting in the pro ranks?
I mean, every fight, Devin is getting better and better, and like he keeps reiterating, it's only going to get worse. I think he did great with this fight. I mean, we expected him to go in and use his jab and break him down. Kind of like the Floyd thing. Everyone once saw the last fight and saw the knockout, and he kind of like was thinking about his right hand. But all through camp, I stressed that his jab, he has the best jab in the business, and he went out and he broke him down with his jab, and he set up the right hand.
You think he's ready for something like Lomachenko then?
Mandatory fight against Lomachenko. If you take a fight in November, won't that allow Lomachenko to take a fight before the unification match?
Well, Lomachenko is already going to fight the unification match. That's pretty much set in stone. There's nothing we really can do about that. So I'm not going to just sit around and wait for Lomachenko. Of course, I want to stay busy. So I'm going to defend my interim world title, and we'll see what happens.
Eddie.
This is for your dad. I know you'll fight just about anybody. You'll fight Lomachenko. You'll probably fight Canelo if you really wanted to. But would you rather see your son fight somebody like a Luke Campbell, Richard Comey, a couple guys that are up there in the rankings before he just jumped right into Lomachenko, or do you just want to just fight Lomachenko off the bat if you had yours?
Well, I mean, we wanted to fight originally Luke Campbell for the title, and that was what we went into it with Eddie in hopes that we could have made that fight happen. I think he's had 5 fights on television now, and I think they've been flawless performances. As far as Lomachenko, I don't see anyone on Lomachenko's list that Devin couldn't handle as well. I don't see it as being a problem. So I mean, of course, we want Lomachenko. He wants to make the biggest fights and the best fights, and part of the reason of guessing this going with Eddie as well is because he makes the best fights, and I think he's going to make the fight with Lomachenko sooner or later.
One thing that I can say is, if I'm just so easy, if I'm so green, if I'm not ready, why not just fight me and beat me? Get me out the way.
That's not true.
If I saw somebody and it was just an easy payday and it was just something, I would fight him too. So why not just fight me and get me out the way? I'm talking a lot. I'm making a lot of buzz. I'm calling his name every single day. I DM'd him on Instagram. He didn't respond. Why not just get me out the way?
Because you're not easy. You're not green, baby. You're not easy. You're not green, baby.
We can see Devin on our shows.
Oh, well, before he starts getting too expensive, I'd love to get him to the UK. Actually, after the fight, I went on social media. he was trending #1 in the UK.
I know that's
Which basically, obviously it was live on Sky Sports tonight. There's a lot of people staying up to watch it. It's 4 o'clock in the morning and every boxing fan in the UK is staying up to watch it. Now I'd even like to take him to Saudi Arabia and box on the Joshua. There's so many things that I want to do. And part of the plan is to box him all over America as well. You know, we've done Washington now, we've done New York, now we do LA, but there's also the UK, there's the Middle East, there's Asia. You know, when you talk about building a global star, this is what I keep saying about Saudi Arabia. You know, people moan about Saudi Arabia. It's another world out there. America's a great country, so is Britain. But it's a big place. You know, and the people of the Middle East, the people of the Far East, you know, the people in Asia, everyone can be a Devin Haney fan.
That's right.
So I feel like if you're selling boxing, this is the person that you want to showcase the sport.
Well done, Eddie!
What time is it? What do we need?
Green team!
Vince Lomachenko, a name out there like not mentioning is Mike Garcia. I heard Eddie Hearn, possibly Mike joining the zone. Why not Mike Garcia? Loma doesn't want to face him. 135 for.
I don't think you see Garcia at 35 again. But 40 maybe. I mean, all these fights.
Get you, Eddie. I'm actually Haney. Haney, what do you think? What do you think? I mean, no, I'm just saying. I don't hear Mikey now. Mikey's a name out there.
Yeah, like.
What do you think about Mikey? What's out here?
I really don't know what weight class he's gonna fight at. I heard that he was coming back at 147, but like I said, I can say this, over and over and over again. I'm not turning down no smoke. I'm willing to fight the best fighters. I'm willing to fight everybody. I want to showcase my skills, and I'm ready for whoever.
Thank you.
Until you start to move up to 140, 147. According to you.
My weight cut went actually really good for this fight. I felt great. I'll stay at 135, if I can get a big fight, but I'm not going to stay here, forever. I'm not going to stay here, too long, but I'm willing to stay here for, a little bit longer, because I want to get a title at 135 and then move up. I don't want to, miss the 135 division, without getting a title. I want to get multi-division world champion, so, it starts at 135.
There was a few people here that feel like you're too green for Lomachenko. I personally feel like that you would defeat Lomachenko. What do you see in Vasil Lomachenko? I believe I see what you see in Lomachenko, that you could defeat him. But there's some people that here tonight that think you're too green to defeat Lomachenko.
Lomachenko is a great fighter. I take nothing away from him. And that's exactly why I want to fight him, because he's a great fighter. And no disrespect to any of his other opponents, but it was obviously too green for him too. So if I'm too green, let me just go on the list with all the other green fighters that he fought.
That's why he's the dream.
I've got a question for Bill. How do you assess